Oh, look, Greek festival. I think it's a Greek festival.
Yeah. Is it the Greek Summer Festival?
Yeah, it is the Greek Summer Festival. With Caribou Blonde. Caribou Blonde.
Very Greek beer.
Oh wow, with the sun I can't read who's on. I see Neo. Oh my god. Okay, turn the just massive sunlight. Hi Christina. Oh, hi! See, I take these off so I can read, but then that sun just kind of right there. See? Ah! Ow. That's very painful. Lots of hearts. Yay, hearts. Key heart. Cool. But yeah, it's really, really sunny. So we were supposed to go down to a friend's down in Surrey, and awesome weather today. Yes, it is. Oh my God, is it ever? It's just the right temperature. It's not overheated. It's not, it's not humid. It's not horrible. It's pretty warm in the house though. But that's kind of expected since the trees next to us, some of them are gone now, so it heats up the house faster. But yeah, so we were supposed to go down to a friend's and have dinner with him. He was gonna make us ribs, and we were gonna bring gluten-free bread and red wine, and we got ourselves all cleaned up and sweet. Yeah, well, that's what we thought. We like it when friends treat us, and especially friends who like to cook, because they just love people eating their stuff, right? So our friend was gonna cook, and we're gonna go to his place, and he's got all this. Oh, his cooking utensils are fabulous. Most of them are historical, because he used to be a reenactor at one time, and he doesn't do it anymore. But I mean, he's got the big pots and the big pans, and cast iron, and he's got eating at this man's place is just a fabulous thing to do. So that's where we were headed, and then we got the phone call saying that no, well, Xander, cool. But yeah, he called and he says he's feeling horrible. Today was just a horrible day at work, and everything was wrong, and bummer. Yeah, I know, because he had ribs planned, and yeah, corn and all the great summer type barbecue stuff, and being the middle of the week, really nice way to relax in the middle of the week, get through the rest of the week. And both Martin and I have been working so much that it was just like an evening away, and then we get this phone call, and it's like, so what do I do? Steveston. It's a little bit of a drive, but it's really not that much further than going to Surrey. So yeah, we're gonna head down a slightly different direction now, and go down to Steveston and have some fish, because Steveston is all about fish.
It was a case of all dressed up and nowhere to go, so we picked somewhere to go.
All dressed up. All dressed up, nowhere to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yum. Well, this is it. The salmon's actually, it's Steveston's is really nice. If you go down to downtown Vancouver, of course, it's a little piece of fish is 3 times the price. But you go to somewhere like Steveston, where literally they're getting it off the boats. It's a whole different story. It's fresh, it's wonderful, it's tasty, and it's it's fast. There's all these great things. Kissamos Taverna is good too. Is that down in Steveston? We usually go to Shady Island.
Is that the little Greek place?
Is that the little Greek place?
Yeah.
Is that the little Greek place in Steveston?
We've been there.
Yeah, we've never been there. But do they do fish? If they're Greek, would they? Yeah. Next to Dave's. I'm envisioning Steveston. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Damn sunlight. I love you, sunlight, but you're just at that time, that angle in the sky that everything glares, and it is fun trying to read everything. It's really tough because just as I'm focusing on it, the sun just. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. That was easy to read. Now, when the sun comes back, it'll be hard. Salmon and chips is good at Shady Island. Well, yeah, that's what we usually get. And we get them to not do it battered. So Shady Island is great, yeah. And they'll do the fish and chips for us without the batter, which is just perfect. Because, of course, we're only going to pick the batter off anyway. And show your sexy eyes. Oh, you mean these that I need to read? Cool. Yeah, going there. And I'm hoping the boats are still open, because on Canada Day we were going to buy ourselves some fish, and we didn't get a chance to because like the parade and the chaos, and we were so exhausted when everything was done. And we're gonna drive right into the sun. Sunshine, I love and hate you. It's a love-hate relationship. Oh, look, it's so bright. It's like everything from my neck and my shirt and everything just disappears.
Everything above is in shade.
Yeah, it's kind of sun. So I can't angle this so that it's, wow, what a weird reflection. So every once in a while you'll actually get to see that I have a lower half of my face and upper part of my shoulders. But yeah, so we're also hoping the boats are in and they're still selling, because if they are, then we'll pick ourselves up a fish and bring it on back and throw it on the Barbie this weekend. And cool, yeah. Oh, I love buying right off the, if I ever moved back to Ontario, I would definitely miss that. I mean, that's one thing that I would surely miss, because it's just like they don't do that.
Fresh wild salmon.
Yeah, fresh wild salmon. Because of course Toronto, there's no ocean, right? There's no sea, so it's a lake. It's a completely different kind of fish philosophy. Fish philosophy. To say that 10 times fast. Fish philosophy. But I do admit every province has its advantages. Although driving across country a number of years ago, once we hit the prairies, the most exhausting, boring part of the drive the whole time. Just flat ground, flat ground, flat ground, flat ground, flat ground, flat ground. Behind the wheel trying to stay awake. Flat ground, flat ground. Flat, yes, flat, 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 flat. So flat.
Oh, look, a horse.
Oh, look, a horse, yeah.
Look, a
tree.
Oh, look, there's a barn in the distance.
There's a cow. What's a cow doing in the middle of flat, 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 flat?
We're just leaving Winnipeg. Hey, you can see Calgary from here.
Oh, it was horrible. But we did it. We drove across country here in the States, and I slept a lot, LOL. You slept? I assume you weren't driving then? I was 10. Oh, so you slept and slept. Yeah, because falling asleep behind the wheel is definitely a bad thing. Every time we go down to places like Spokane or down to Oregon, every time we have these long drives, you have to make sure there's at least 2 drivers solid. Oh, there's too many of them. I got into this huge debate. What did I repost? Oh, I reposted on my Facebook, on my private Facebook, not my public one. It was a thing by Oprah Winfrey talking about how people have to take responsibility for themselves and their actions, and the more they take responsibility for their lives, the more they can move their lives forward. And I saw a lot of views, but not a lot of likes or comments. And then finally I get one comment from a friend of mine who is a longtime dear friend. Sunlight. Right. I'm going into vampire mode. Damn it.
Hang your sweater in the window?
Jesus. God darn it. But yeah, so she killer son. Yeah, well, this is it. Everything was fine until we turned.
7:45. It's just in that right spot.
Yeah, and the moment we turned, it was like
yeah, just like that.
Just like that. But yeah, LOL. But yeah, so one of my friends got on there and said that a lot of people they work with, it's a matter of circumstance, and there is no control, and you can't take responsibility for something you don't have control over. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, but we can all take responsibility for our reaction to it. We can all take responsibility for choosing to go somewhere else, or being with someone else, or having another life other than the one we got. Yes, see? And it makes so much sense to me, and it's hard. It's not easy. I mean, I've struggled with the depression thing, and I'm in some ways, I'm not a typical actor, but in other ways, I agree 100%. Yeah. I mean, the ways that I am a typical actor is, you do get to this point where you've done so many characters and you've gone into so many spaces, and everything about you is just confused and depressed. But if you remind yourself on a regular basis by looking in the mirror and remind yourself that those characters aren't you, remind yourself that they have some traits that are the same as yours, or you wouldn't be able to do them successfully. And just remind yourself that you're responsible for your real life, not your character's life. And it makes it so much easier to get past the issue and the depression and the problems. Maybe, no, that doesn't help. No, that doesn't help. Okay, I'm gonna stay like this.
How much I can do.
I know. I still love you. It's okay. But that's good. But yeah, we have to. You know, you have to. After a certain age, you've got to be responsible. You gotta, and mental age really. And I really, it's horrible when I hear people talk about, what is it you said the other day, Martin? Not childish, but childlike.
Yeah.
The difference between the two.
Childlike is okay. It implies a playfulness and a certain, desire to enjoy life. Childish is just that. It's spoiled, it's petty, it's wanting your way, it's inconsiderate, things like that.
So I'm all for, being playful, but man.
You know who I can thank for that philosophy or for that statement?
Who can you thank for that statement?
Hawkeye Pierce.
Hawkeye Pierce. So all you MASH fans, we're now speaking your language. Nice. Yeah, I know. I don't know where he comes up with some of these. Actually, I do. But yeah, no, it's true. Yeah, it's not. Damn. And that's horrible too. I want to do that kind of writing again. All that. I want my characters to have philosophies and dimensions and, some really nice, juicy stuff. But then, it gets tiring after a certain point. Exactly what part gets tiring? Oh my God, the sun is making this difficult. Stop it, sun. What gets tiring? MASH? MASH never gets tiring.
11 seasons to cover a 3-year war.
I'll wait until you to respond to that. But yeah, it's just like I want my characters to have all these 3 dimensions and all these levels so that it's real and it's the character will teach and everything happening at once. Oh yeah, well yeah, it does. It does, but you break it down and you separate it all and you decide in each moment what's important and where your priorities lie, and you take the risk and you tell fear that it's really being silly, and you do what you have to do and you see what comes of it. Life is for living. Cool. Yeah, and you just
I'm sorry, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Every time we go on a wrap. Yeah. I feel like a vampire, just sun's gonna melt me. You're gonna get to Steve's and there's gonna be this pile of dust on the chair next to you.
What a world.
What a world. What a cruel world. I guess it's better to die by the sun than it is by water. But no, yeah, of course it gets tiring. A lot of things in life are tiring. It's just, but you gotta just find ways to look at things that are gonna help you grow instead of, look at tonight. We were supposed to have dinner on someone else's bill and someone else's time. Are you married? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. 25 years. 25 years married. Almost 30 years together. It's 30 years as friends. It is crazy. Awesome. It is awesome. We were hoping to have this big, huge, and that's another example too. We were hoping to have this big 25th anniversary, silver anniversary party thing, and a couple weeks ago when our actual anniversary was, but it's we were guests at Anime North. We had rehearsals here. We had all these obligations. 5 productions came into the shop. It became so chaotic and insane, and that we wound up having a little dinner with friends, and it was nice and it was great and we rolled with it and we had a good time. However, there's this little teeny piece of me that's I wanted the big party. I wanted the silver anniversary and the decorations and I don't know. Maybe I'll party hardy for my birthday or something, because that's coming up.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Aw, thank you. Yes, it is. I'm going to be a year older. I'm going to be 48. Almost 50. couple more years. Then I'm not worth it anymore? What? Huh? No, okay.
For your 50.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's next year for me.
Yeah. I'm turning 48 too. Are you really? When? When? Damn it! July 27th. Oh, you're a Leo too? Nice. So many Leos. You're surrounded by Leos. Leo power. Oh, yeah. What year? It's funny because half the cast are Leos. And thankfully, we're not all like hard Leos. We're not all, Leos. Some of us are soft Leos, like purr Leos. And thank God, or we'd all be killing each other on a regular basis. Cool. Well, they say Leos are entertainment industry and politicians, and we're made for it. So who might argue? Hubby's a Taurus. He's bullheaded. Yes, see?
Stubborn.
He's stubborn, bullheaded. Cool. I know, people say to us all the time, how are you married so long? He's the rock. Exactly. He's that earth. He's that grounder. But man, when we do fight, envision a lion and a bull just at each other. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Because we actually come through with resolve in the end, which is great.
Force of nature.
It's a force in nature. Oh, we're both alive. Fire and earth equals lava. Ooh.
That's very true.
That's a nice way to put it. I like that. Lava. I wouldn't call it warm, cuddly lava, but lava. Well, yeah, and then when lava cools, it makes a really nice fertilizer for certain types of plants, apparently. And it doesn't stink like, animal byproduct. Poop, yeah. Deposits. I am not a farm child. I didn't know that. Yeah. A lot of the tropical plants, because of course, most volcanoes are in those parts of the world, but a lot of tropical plants, you can use lava after it's cooled down, like break it apart before it gets too solid, and you can use it as fertilizer. But only certain, only certain plants, because it'll kill, there's acids in it, so it'll kill other types of plants.
Right under the gate.
Yeah, he is right under the gate.
There's actually no gate here.
No, it's just a crossing. That's okay if he suddenly disappears and there's a train in front of us. We know what happened. But yeah, can't remember what kind of plants. But it was a lesson I learned at one time because my brother was attempting to make me a plant person, and as much as I like plants, don't leave one in my care. Do not leave one in my care. I will go out to a park and I will sit in the grass and I will be happy as all, but don't leave a plant in my care. For some unknown reason, they do not survive. Doesn't matter if I follow every instruction to the T, they don't survive. Outdoors, they have a 50-50 chance. So the backyard is full of interesting things that may be dying soon if I'm not careful. But yeah, me and plants. So someone had told me it was because I'm a city girl. I can't stand the smell of fertilizer, and if I got certain types of plants, I can use lava as fertilizer. I was like, what? So I did the research because I thought someone was pulling my leg, but and found out that lava can be used as a fertilizer for certain types of plants. Unfortunately, I still wind up killing the poor things. Never give me a plant as a gift. A bunch of roses, like a dozen roses. I like roses a lot. And not those fake colors. What the hell do people think they're doing? Dipping roses in colored water to make them unnatural blue and that pukey kind of fluorescent green. It's not a color for a rose. Roses should not be that color. Ugh. Well, it's true. A white rose is a white rose. A red rose is a red rose. A salmon orange rose is a salmon orange rose. An antique Victorian rose is an antique Victorian. I love antique Victorian roses. the graduation of color, you know, the kind of off-white yellow, and then the peace rose yellow with traces of pink. Ooh, is that natural or is that bred, hybrid? Peace rose, yeah, yellow. Well, yellow is healing. Let's see if I can remember my color therapy. Yellow is healing. Can't remember what pink is. Because red is either anger or determination. Red can be seen as determination. Might be hybrid. Yeah, because that's. Well, I guess no. You might be able to easily teach a Victorian rose to do that, because they're normally two-tone. I mean, they're originally like that. Interesting. Color therapy. What's pink? Ah, it's a variety of rose. Oh, okay. Okay. I gotta find one of those now. Oh, now you've created a challenge. I love roses.
Apparently we're
gonna get every light red. Of course we are. So we have to stay on Periscope for a little while longer.
Oh, I see.
Oh, this is such a challenge. There, maybe here? No, there? No. Damn it. Fine. Half my face is missing. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I look like the Invisible Man. With the it's true, like everything disappears. And I got the sunglasses. LOL. Well, don't you agree? Like, I mean, it's just like every time the sun hits me, there. Yeah, it's like the Invisible Man.
Car with
Yes.
Claude Rains.
Sorry, the Invisible Woman.
Oh, Claude Rains?
Claude Rains.
Sure there was probably an Invisible Woman movie that was
Probably.
B-rated. And
B movies, yay! Yeah, when horror was artistic, if we can call it that. B movies, when horror was artistic. See, that's the thing with that we're gonna have to. Would you give a random girl a wedgie for $100? Nope, I would not, because I am technically a public figure, an actor, a performer, and some of that is also children's performers. The last thing I need to do is accidentally wedgie someone who could hire me. Then I'd be losing $200 for a party. Cool idea, and very high school-like, but yeah. You are famous? Anyway, just wanted to come say hello. Just got home from photographing recruit endurance practice. Nice. Well, depends on what your idea of famous is. Like, I mean, I have a 40-year career in front and behind the camera, on the stage and as a techie. The entertainment industry is my life and my existence, and I would never do anything to jeopardize it. Now, if you want to give me a contract to do that kind of thing for a living, and there's a show idea that we can sell, then yeah, let's talk. But other than that, no, not really. But yeah, sweaty and humid, not fun, LOL. Oh, come on, it's not that bad. That's not that bad. Could be Ontario. Could be Ontario. Yeah, it got really, really hot in Ontario. I don't know if you saw the news.
yeah.
It got insane.
30s, high 30s.
But that's typical for July, so I don't know why everyone's surprised. I'm surprised with the weather here, because usually it's nicer than this, she says with the sun glaring in her face. Sunshine! We love our rainforest. Yes. It is definitely, it took me a while to get used to it when we first moved here. I couldn't breathe the air. I still have some problems every once in a while. An allergy will pop up and sunshine. There we go.
Oh, look.
But you see, I don't mind rain. Look what?
Pink arrow.
Pink arrow? What? Oh, production.
Yeah. Guess which one?
Gee.
Well, always shoots in Steveston.
What always shoots in Steveston? Gee, once upon a time. Oh, that's okay. Production won't be anywhere near us.
No, they'll probably be in front of Storybook Bakery. Actually,
Yeah, we'll cut around the bottom edge, the outer edge. Go along the boardwalk.
I was gonna actually turn on the pointed or something.
Okay.
Should be right.
But see, and you can tell the difference between a fan and a production person. Those of us who work in the industry, we see signs like that and go, "Oh, okay." Whereas fans go, "Ah."
Gotta find
YVR Shoots on Twitter tells about movie shooting in Vancouver. You can get a complete listing through, they changed it now. It used to be bcfilmcommission.com. And then it was bcfilmcommission.ca, and now it's something else. But I think if you type in bcfilmcommission.com, it'll reroute you to the new web address. I think it's something funky or creative, like BC Creates or BC Arts or something. Oh, cool. Well, in order to shoot on any public space, productions must make the public aware that they're shooting. So production lists have to be made public. Because if you live in that area or have a business in that area, you have to have the right to protest. But, you know, it really doesn't get most people far, but at least they're to the law, and the law says they have to make everyone aware. So if you go to the Film Commission, the lists are there. Once Upon a Time is shot in Steveston. Yes, it is, on a regular basis. It was really funny a couple years ago for the Canada Day Parade. Yep, there's the barrier. Is there a spot here? No, that's not a spot. So we turn ourselves around, go down the alleyway. Yep.
You turn right? Yeah.
Right through that parking lot to the right again, please.
Thank you.
Through here? Okay.
But yeah, on a regular basis, Steveston does, you know, host Once Upon a Time as well as other productions. But like we were down here for weeks on end with Godzilla. Yeah, that was quite the shoot. We had to rig up a fake portion of a bridge of the deck of a boat and splash water on it. Oh yeah, productions like this are everywhere. But yeah, so check, if you're ever curious, check BC Film Commission. And there's always a production list. And if you go to IATSE, there's usually a rumor list. That boat deck is still in town in a storage yard. Yeah, it is.
This is actually parking here, isn't it?
Well, that or go past the park and park over there.
Not past the park, but the next block.
Yeah, the next block over. There's a lot of things. Like, I mean, there's still some people bought some of the pieces from Seventh Son.
Yep.
And still in, yeah, but it's a one-way coming out. You know, still in storage because people bought them for other productions and haven't used them yet. But and of course, there's Stargate stuff everywhere still to this day. You know, people picking up everything. So you know, I think half of our stuff at home is Stargate. We've sold off a lot of what we acquired because the nice thing about being part of the prop shop is we had first dibs at a lot of things. Cool, yeah. So a lot of our wenches, blouses, and wraps, and a lot of the stuff that we've been using for the Renaissance Festival, some of the stuff we're using for times past, it's all, like, I mean, a lot of it's off of Stargate, some of it's off of, it was a theater company that went under and I can't remember the name of it now. But that we wound up with a lot of their stuff too. We've been selling it off as we don't need it, or pulling it apart for the fabrics to make other things, like some of the Stargate. We got a hold of some really nice Toponi silk with patterns on it, skirts, and the waists were too small for any of our actors. So we cut them up to make panels for the front of the skirts, you know, the big gowns, the hoop skirts and everything. So we cut them up, and some of them were cut up to make a front panel of corsets, you know, and section panels on the back of the corsets. So yeah, you just never know what you can do with that stuff. Nice, yeah. And when a production goes under or is the end of a season and there's stuff that's specific, yeah, they'll get rid of it. They'll get rid of it whatever they can. Like, I mean, the production's already paid for it. It's worth nothing when they don't have the actor or the character to dress anymore. Like, we got a bunch of fabric. We got about, what, 3 bags of fabric from Once Upon a Time?
Try 8.
8 bags of fabric.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of little pieces, and it's a lot of random stuff, and but, you know, it was get it off the lot. And is there a market to sell to fans? I don't know.
Not
We've
really.
been, not really?
No.
We've been using it up as pieces for corsets and, you know, sections and panels and things like that. And there is parking money in here if we,
Because this is all
I have loose change.